Hi there. You have found Quantum Christianity, where we are learning how to be a Christian in a quantum world. I'm Patty Bowman, and I have learned something new. I've learned how to make YouTube cards. So if you see a link up above and you click on it, there'll be a drop-down menu and there will be links to send you to whatever it is that I'm talking about. That way you don't have to look for it in the description notes. Let me know if it works. Tell me in the comments below, and on your way to the comments, please subscribe. Let's get started with Lesson 8. In Lesson 7, we talked about asking. In this lesson, we will be talking about believing. Matthew says, "All things you ask, believing, you shall receive." And Joseph Murphy says, "To believe is to accept something as true." Step 2 is believe. I have a story to tell you that I heard from Mary Morrissey. You can find her at marymorrissey.com. In this story, a young man decides to go fishing. He has heard of a stream where there are lots of fish. When he arrives, he tosses in his line and he waits. While he is waiting, his eyes meander up the bank of the stream and he sees an old man fishing, and he's really pulling in the fish. The young man watches as this old man catches a fish and holds it up next to a broken off ruler. If the fish is bigger than the ruler, he tosses it back into the stream. If the fish is smaller than the ruler, he sticks it in his bucket. And the young man thinks, why is he doing that? Being very curious, the young man approaches the old man and he says, "You have an amazing capacity to pull in fish, but why do you throw the large ones back into the stream and you keep the small ones?" The old man pointed. "See that broken off ruler?" "I see it," said the young man. "Well," said the old man, "that ruler is broken at the exact size of my frying pan." Ultimately, this is what we do. The stream of life tosses us a big fish or a big idea, and we measure it against the size of our frying pans or the beliefs that we hold. Immediately, we say to ourselves, "I can't do that. I don't have the money for that. I'm too old for that. How in the world would I do that?" All that means is that the idea does not fit into our frying pans. In this lesson, where we're talking about believing, we will need to stretch our frying pans. The way we think now creates the life we are currently living. In order to live the life of our dreams, we will need to change the way we think, to change our belief systems. Do you remember this scripture from Lesson 2? "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Henry Ford said it this way: "If you think you can do a thing, or if you think you can't do a thing, you're right." I'm not talking about our beliefs about God, though that could be part of it. I'm talking about the beliefs we have about life. We walk around with lots of beliefs about our bodies, beliefs about health, beliefs about families, beliefs about money, beliefs about love, beliefs about education and science. We have beliefs about our culture and other cultures, about our religion and other religions. There are lots and lots of beliefs that we have that we are not aware of. They're automatic. They run like a computer program in the background. And the problem is, so many of these beliefs limit us. Years ago, scientists believed that a man could not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. It was physically impossible. His heart just might burst in his chest. And then along came Roger Bannister in 1954, and he ran a mile in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds. The scientific community was stunned. Roger was still walking around. The world was stunned. And 46 days later, John Landy did the same thing. And then another runner, and then another, and then another. One limiting belief shattered. Let's say we have a dream, and it's a really big fish. And we don't see any way that that could possibly happen. And so we toss the fish back into the stream. We doubt. We give up. Even though Luke says, nothing is impossible for God. We don't really believe that. We think we have to hammer the physical reality into place. Learning about quantum physics has taught me that anything is possible. And you know the best part? I don't have to figure it all out. What? I don't? What I do is hold on to the belief that it is possible. And God takes care of everything else. If there's something that I need to learn or do, God will guide me to it. Isn't that a relief? In a quantum world, God starts working on our dreams as soon as we desire them. Here is an example. This is a big fish that I caught. I was taking an online course because I wanted to create journals for something else. But during the brainstorming session, I caught this big idea, and it excited me. So I played with the ideas in my mind. I was having so much fun, and I was still just up in my head. It was a while before I began to write down some ideas and plan. And then the time came for me to name my journals. I was wandering around my house one afternoon when my eyes landed on this cute little giraffe toy. And suddenly it hit me, Journaling Giraffes. It was perfect. I loved it. And then I went to the next stage, and the next stage, and the next stage. I could see where God was guiding me towards my vision. When I started, I did not know how, and there was a lot I had to learn. But I just kept going step by step until I could hold this book in my hand. I kept believing. And now, besides Jeremiah Explores Art, I have Jonathan Giraffe, who visits a pumpkin farm, and Jenny Giraffe, who visits the beach, and Joshua Giraffe, who goes camping, and Gina Giraffe, who explores snow. 5 books so far. Do you believe in struggle, or do you believe in ease and flow? Most of us believe in struggle because that's what we see all around us. That's what we are taught. It never enters our mind that there might be an alternative. People tell us it's hard. We expect difficulties. And in a quantum world, what we expect is what we believe is what we get. But what if we were around a different group of people with a different belief system? And we watched in amazement as things just came to them so easily. And I don't mean just stuff, but opportunities, creative ideas, clarity of all kinds. We just might say, wait a minute, how did you do that? Show me. Teach me how to do that. And that's pretty much why I'm here. I want to share the good news that life does not have to be hard. There are alternatives. I'm not very good at ease and flow yet, but I keep practicing, and I'm getting better every day. And I believe Joe Dispenza when he says, we can learn through pain and suffering, or we can learn through joy and inspiration. I have done the pain and suffering, and I've also experienced the joy and inspiration. I know that both of those possibilities are available in the divine field. It's a choice. Let me know what belief system you want to hold. Tell me in the comments below. And join me for the next lesson, where we will talk about step 3. Until then, keep your light shining.